already know this, but your girl here is a huge Buff Bunny collection fan. They just recently came out with their Under the Sea launch, and you know, your girl bought a little too much stuff. So each season when I like to declutter and organize my house, I do go through my clothes. If there's something that I haven't worn in a long time, or if there's something that I tend to not really reach for, I like to take those items and throw them on my Poshmark. I do get asked often, especially on Instagram, how Poshmark works, any tips and tricks and whatnot. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and take you guys through how it works and how I post things up. So let's get to it. So the first thing I want to do is show you guys what the app looks like. So it's gonna look like that right there. You're just gonna hit that little sell button right there. It's gonna bring you to a camera screen where you can either take your pictures right then and there, or you can take your pictures ahead of time and just hit that little picture icon on the bottom left. I usually like to take my pictures first and then just upload them. So let's go ahead and take some pictures. So one thing that I recommend when it comes to taking your pictures for Poshmark is making sure you have a nice clean background. So first you're gonna wanna lay that piece of clothing flat on the ground. You're gonna wanna make sure if it has tags that you can clearly see the tags. And you're just gonna take a picture as it is. And then I like to take a picture of any kind of specific detailing that the clothing has. So, and it's known for this booty contouring in the back. So I'm definitely gonna wanna take a picture of that to focus in on. And then the last thing is the sizing. And if you have the packaging for it, I do recommend taking a picture of it in the original packaging with the tags. I think that attracts customers more than anything on Poshmark, and just take a picture in the package. So when it comes to pants, I recommend folding them up like this. You can get the detailing on the sides of the pants and you can just get it all in one picture. So now that we have all our pictures taken, we're gonna go ahead and start posting up on Poshmark. What I like to do is, if the item is a fairly new item and I can find it online, I like to go to the website and take a screenshot of the item to include it in my posts. I think sometimes people like to see it on the models. And then we're gonna go to Poshmark, and I like to include that picture of the item on the model first. And then I'll include the pictures that I had taken. So we got our pictures that we're gonna use for the post. You're gonna hit add. You're gonna wanna go through each picture and just make sure they're where you want them to be in terms of like cropping. Then you hit next, next, next. And then you're just gonna put an overview of what it is that you're selling. So I like to put Buff Bunny Step Up leggings, and then what color was it? These ones were in the color Journey. Okay, now we're gonna put in the details. So we're gonna write in size large, great condition, Buff Bunny Step Up leggings from the toned launch, only worn once, does have a small area that a piece of Velcro accidentally got attached to. You're gonna go and hit category women. We're gonna go pants, leggings. We only have one. Size is a size large. Brand is Buff Bunny. Color is brown. New with tags, new. Original price $64. So we're gonna go ahead and put it at, since it has that small little pilling area on it, I'm just gonna put it at 50. And then you just hit next. And you hit list. So it's gonna be listed on your page right there. And so it shows how much you paid for it, and it shows how much you're asking for it. People can go in and purchase it, and when it does sell, it's gonna have that little flag that says sold on it. And I already have a couple offers. Your offers are gonna show up down here in the little notification tab. What's gonna happen is you're gonna see, if someone's trying to make an offer, you're gonna see this where it says offered. You can click that and you can either accept it or counter offer it. I don't like to jump on these right away. I like to kind of let it simmer and see what my best offer is gonna be. And then the other thing that people can do is they can create bundles. So they can go ahead and they can add items to a bundle. So for instance, this girl added the bra and the shorts together. When they do that, it puts it like this, and what you can do is you can offer her or whoever it is a discounted rate for buying 2 items at once, because if this person bought each individual item, they would be paying for the shipping for each item. So if they bundle it, they're only paying 1 shipping fee. Typically if people bundle things together, I'll make an offer. So together, this would have been $110. I went ahead and just offered $100. We're gonna wait and see what she says. So we already have our first 2 purchases. And see, it shows it right there as being sold. So we're gonna go ahead and package those up real quick. So you will get an email sent to you showing that someone purchased. Do that someone purchased the order. And what happens is you get a prepaid mailing label sent to you in PDF right there at the bottom of the email. So you just click on that and literally, I'm not going to show it to you guys, but literally it pops up and you just print it out with your printer and you pop it on the box and bring it to the post office to make sure they look nice. I like to try and make it look super neat, super cute, as much as possible, depending on what I have on hand. But I always want to wrap it in tissue paper. Because you have to remember, like, people are buying these things and they're spending their money on it, so you kind of want to make it look half decent. So the great thing about shipping with Poshmark is because it's already a prepaid label, you can just walk into your local USPS office and you can grab any of the boxes or the foldable packagings that say priority mail for free. So I like getting these boxes right here. These are the 12 by 3.5 by 14.1 whatever, because number 1, they're pretty good sizing, and number 2, they have that strip right in there which seals it for you. And most of the time I like to do a little note. I literally only have 1 card left and now I feel bad. Usually put a little thank you note in there. Always put a note in here. Just slip it in there. So we have the box, and then we're gonna take the postage paper and we just fold it to meet the ends of the actual postage, and then you're gonna take it and just place it there and tape it. So I actually had a couple more orders come in last night when I was at the gym, so I went ahead and packaged them all up in the boxes, and I am now here at the post office. I'm gonna drop them off, bring them inside though. So you're just gonna take your boxes, just gonna go right over there in the corner. Thank you. Have a good day. What we're gonna do is just go to our Poshmark app, and you're just gonna go through each order, and you're gonna click that you packed it, that you printed it, and you dropped it in the mailbox. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. You're gonna see order statuses here, so it'll see pending shipment scan. That means that it's pending, the post office hasn't scanned the label yet. You'll get updates through your email showing that they received it when the order is delivered to their house. And what they have to do is they have to accept the order. So they have up to 3 days to accept the order on the app. It'll show like, oh, you've received your package, please accept it. When they accept it, it releases the funds to you. When they do accept the order, this little $sign right here will show how much is redeemable. So as you can see right now, I have $192 pending from what I sold. Once each order receives and accepts, then it'll populate right here and you can click redeem. And when you hit redeem, you can get it sent to your PayPal, which of course can be sent to your debit card. I do want to answer some of the questions that you guys are sending me on Instagram. I do have quite a few here from you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and go through them. So my Poshmark handle is Pope B 2012. Have you experienced any negative experience selling items? Definitely not. Not at all. It's a really easy, smooth process. Once you do it the first time, it's really easy. What makes it easy is if you have a regular printer, and if you keep a stack of these boxes at your house, then whenever an order comes in, you'll just have it. You don't have to run to the post office. Why do the sold items stay on the page? In case like something happens, or like if you need to look back and see the item, then they keep it on your page. The other reason too is because when people purchase your items, they can actually do what's called reposhing. So they can actually reposh it on their page, like resell it. And when they do that, they can just pretty much copy your posting and make it their post. So I believe that's the reason why they keep your sold items on your page. And what that question is referring to is like, for instance, how those 2 items sold. It has that little sold flag on it. And if I scroll down, you can see how it has like all my previously sold items on there. When will you be posting more Buff Bunny items? I just did. I tend to I go through my closet probably like every couple months, every 3 months or so. Seems like a lot of work. It really isn't once you get used to it. Like I said, as long as you're prepared, you have your tape, your boxes, and a printer, then all you do is you post it up. You print out the label once you get it emailed to you, you put it in a box, and then you take the box to the post office. I know at first it seems like it's a little overwhelming, but it's really an easy process. How much is shipping? Do you pay it or does the customer? That's what was just asked right here. We as sellers, you don't pay for the shipping at all. The shipping cost is actually paid for by the buyer. Let's say you post something for $50. They purchase it for $50, but they're gonna have to pay $58 because it includes the $7 or $8 of shipping. That's why you get the postage label, because they already paid for it. So you're not having to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for the boxes. You don't have to pay for the shipping label, nothing. The only thing that you're like paying for is to post on a Poshmark, and they take out 20% of your total of the item. So let's say your item is $100. They're gonna take out $20 out of that 100. Just genuinely curious, I have listed but not sold. How do you grab people's attention? I noticed that there's certain brands that sell quicker on Poshmark than other brands. So like for instance, Buff Bunny, you know, H&M, like brands like that sell pretty quickly. I think sharing it on social media definitely helps. Sharing it on your Facebook page. Okay, so if you are active on other people's Poshmark, so if you follow their closet, they're more likely to follow you, and if you share their stuff, you're more likely to get your stuff shared, which like opens your posting up to a lot of other potential buyers. You want to put keywords in your like in your title. So if it's new with tags, put NYT or new. If it's new without tags, put NYOT, new without tags. If it's a specific brand that's popular like Buff Bunny, make sure you put that in the title. If you just put bra and then in the caption put Buff Bunny, it's gonna get lost in all the other posts. So you wanna make sure you're using keywords and making sure you're including detail. What is your favorite purchase? I don't know. I purchased a lot of my Buff Bunny stuff on, on Poshmark. One of the first Buff Bunny pieces I bought was on Poshmark because I wanted to make sure that I loved it before I spent that kind of money on it. This is actually, I hurt my hip from working out yesterday, guys, so I'm in a little pain, but This is actually a pair that I got on Poshmark, and I got it brand new with the tags on it. I think I paid $35 for it. Do you pay asking price or a deal? So it depends. If the item is brand new with the tag on it, I'm gonna ask for the asking price. If the item is like used, or if it's from like launches ago, I'll ask for a lower price. Now the thing is with Poshmark is because they take out 20% of the total, you're gonna wanna price that item a little bit on the higher end, because over time, you're gonna discount that price. You wanna make sure that what you're listing it as is like not ridiculously high, but you also don't want to start it on the low end, because if you do, you're not going to make any money off of it. You want to start that price off a little bit on the higher end, because it allows you to have that little bit of wiggle room to slowly discount it. And when you discount it, anyone who has hearted, who has put a heart on that post, is going to get notified that that item went on sale. So you're definitely going to want to start it on a little bit of the higher end and just kind of slowly work your way down. What does NWOT mean? That means new without tags. What's a super easy guide to getting started? I feel like this video is definitely. That's a question from Michelle. I know you're going to watch it, so. Yeah, I hope this helps, by the way. How do you sell things on Poshmark? Is it difficult? This is how you do it. Is it worth it after they take their commission and shipping? The buyer pays for the shipping and they take out 20%. So like for me, I mean, I've sold quite a bit of things on Poshmark, and if I didn't, I would have just donated it, which wouldn't have been a problem. But I made money, I made a good chunk of money over time just selling things that I wasn't even using. So I feel like it's definitely worth the time to do that than it is to get rid of it, because it's some extra cash in your money that you can use to get new clothes. And I'm like all for getting some new Buff Buddy stuff. Any tips for selling? Setting up an account has been on my to-do list. Pretty much what I've said so far, just being very detailed about what you put up in the listing. Just really take pictures and highlight the detailing on your clothes. Make sure it's in good lighting, because the lighting can affect the color of your clothes. Make sure you have a nice clean background, because that'll also affect how your clothes look. Make sure that you get rid of any pilling that you might have between the legs of the clothes, or any lint balls or any hair that might be on it. You don't want to post an item that has lint balls or hair or anything like that, because if people are purchasing something with their money, you want to make sure it looks good. Make sure you put them together looking cute. And if it's just a little bit of wrapping paper, a little thank you note. So those are my couple tips. So that's it, guys. That is how you do a Poshmark order. I hope you found this video informative, and I hope it answered all the questions that you might possibly have about how Poshmark works and how I do my orders. And if there's any other questions that you might possibly have, feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I will get back to those. Overall, I think it's a pretty smooth sailing experience. It just takes a time or two of getting used to, but I highly recommend using Poshmark if you're looking to get rid of some items that you just no longer use anymore. Anyways, that is it. I will see you guys next time, and I'll probably be in my new Buff Buddy gear when it gets here. Alright, bye guys!